Hello, my name is Rafał Małecki. I'm the director of the short film Rust. My film is the portrait of a very famous Polish artist, Mariola Wawrzusiak. That's a very specific film because it looks not quite real. It's something between a documentary and a feature film because my character is making a very specific activities which look pretty unreal. That is why the creation of this film was a very unique process, and it required a lot of effort. It required imagination. It required openness to what will happen. Portraits are very difficult to make because if you want to be very precise, you have to be patient, you have to follow your protagonist because the documentary has certain rules, and one of the crucial rules is not to create reality in your documentary, but to follow your protagonist. And that was the case in my film. We were to concentrate on what she was doing. What's so specific about Rust? Mariola Wawrzusiak is the artist who makes sculpture out of scrap metal, and this is a very intensive process. She collects pieces of metal everywhere, and then she brings the scrap metal into her atelier to subsequently weld sculptures. Sculptures are basically animals, endangered animals, and creatures which reflect fears present in the human being, present in the animal kingdom, and this is also a kind of a message to the world that both human beings and the animals, we are living on the same planet, and that the human being is a creature who is very who imposes certain rules on the other creatures on the planet, causing destruction of the natural environment, which is not great for the future of our existence. So by means of art, she wants to talk about what will happen with our planet if we do not change our behavior. I tried to look at Mariola's activities by her eyes, which means that I didn't want to impose any narrative. I didn't want to interpret what she was doing, but I was very much concentrated on her character, on her actions, and what she tries to tell me, not only by her activities, but also by certain mottos, certain sentences she wanted to convey to me in front of the camera. So that's Rust. Everything is rusty in the film because maybe my film is the projection of the future. It is very imaginary. Maybe it never happened. Maybe it's just the projection of her imagination, what will follow up. There's no world in my film. There are only the remains of the civilization. Maybe that's the future. In 100 years the world might look like that. So the creation of Rust was very interesting, also because of my character, who was not controllable. I had to follow her. I had to be, I was taken by surprise, not knowing where we are going, what's going to happen next. This was a challenge, but that was the way we created something specific, something very interesting. Well, so I'm very happy we could do it. The film is very mysterious and interesting, opens up the imagination of the viewers as well. Why short films? Short films are a very nice medium because it teaches you discipline. You don't have so much time in the short film. That's why you've got to concentrate very much on what you want to say, how to do it. Every frame counts. Every sound is important. The very minute details of the edit may be a difference. So this is a good method to learn the filmmaking. It's also a very nice method to tell stories in our very fast world. Maybe it's better to shoot short films than long films. We don't have so much concentration, we don't have so much time. Perhaps this length will count a little bit more than it used to. Portrait. Portrait is quite traditional approach to filmmaking. I miss the focus on one person, on someone, on someone's ideas, to be very close to a human being. I quite miss it nowadays. So perhaps portrait films should be rediscovered again, and I think they give us a good challenge to create a new approach, how to show someone's activity, someone's life. How can we be with the character we present? How can we learn something from observing someone's life? I'm very happy my film was part of the Portrait Film Festival, because Rust is really a portrait film, and when I was shooting Rust, I really wanted to show the richness of Mariola. Mariola's world is fascinating to me. I got fascinated by her art many years ago. So to be able to show it in length and the whole variety of aspects, it was a challenge, and it was also a very interesting just to do it. When I submit my films to festivals, I really want to weigh it in a proper way, because not every film is suitable for every festival. My film goes very well with the ecology film festivals, goes very well with art. Maybe it's better to address your film to a specific audience, or maybe to have a wider approach. It's very much depends on the kind of film you shoot. As for the future, I I'm preparing an experimental film, a picture movie, which is again a portrait film. It presents a few Polish artists during the process of their creation. I'm in the atelier again, and I try to see what happens, how art is created. That's one idea. I am also the scriptwriter. I'm writing a fiction film now. I'm preparing one more documentary in the Arabic countries. So a lot is going on, and I was very happy I could be part of Portrait Film Festival, because this kind of approach is very familiar to me, and I could have the audience in your country. Thank you so much.
Pomimo tego, że wszystkim życzę dobrego snu, to żeby jednak nie spać tak do końca spokojnie.
Chodź.